Yeah, welcome back to DXB Today, where we're taking medical advice this evening. Medical advice on the radical innovations in healthcare. And our next guest is a founder, a dermatologist and anti-aging specialist. One of the most sought after estheticians, I can say that with my teeth back in, estheticians in Dubai. Please welcome the founder of the Lucia Clinic, much in demand. It is, of course, Dr. Radmila Lukian, who joins us live on the sofa. Lovely to see you again. Thanks so much indeed for being with us.
Thank you for the invitation.
Really kind of you to join us. I suppose the same question has to go to you, Doc, in terms of the ones that we've been asking all of our guests. I mean, you've been practicing for you've got so much experience, etc. You've been practicing around the world. Are we at a sort of different time? Are we at a crossroads at the moment when it comes to wellness, when it comes to healthcare, when it comes to the science behind anti-aging? Is this a very unique time that we find ourselves at the moment because of technology?
Yes, I'm very happy that I'm practicing first of all in Dubai,
Yeah.
because Dubai became as a hub for the aesthetic medicine, and being here for the 15 years and opening my clinic as now almost 13 years as entrepreneur, I can see the big change in our industry. And especially right now, I can say we are living in the era of artificial intelligence that you mentioned today. And I can say now, Lucia Clinic, we've been the first who implemented artificial intelligence on the skin using some latest laser devices. Been guided with artificial intelligence, you can optimize your result and you can personalize, emphasize, and enhance their effect. This is some very big privilege, but I would like to say, as dermatologist, it's very important to be updated, as you ask me. You have to be always updated of what is going on, what is the next step, because once you are starting to do something, there is one step already in advance, and you have to implement. I'm very known for that, and since I opened the clinic, I'm very, very passionate to be the first, always before everyone else in the market, bringing the new technology, new products. Many years back, we were talking about implementing the correction, about using the fillers and about using some products in order to correct the skin and to enhance the beauty. Today, we talk a lot about how to prevent, how to use the products to stimulate your skin. Because the key of success and the key of my success, being dermatologist recognized in the world, is how to know to communicate the skin, because skin has skin intelligence. We are talking about artificial intelligence, but in Japan there was still study done for the last 40 years about skin intelligence, and they finally proved that skin can react good or bad, depends how you stimulate the skin. If you know how to language of the skin, if you know how to communicate with the skin, you are the queen, in the aesthetic medicine.
Skin intelligence.
Love it.
Me.
I love that.
So, doctor, I have a question for you. You have all this new technology, and then as a doctor, obviously you know this better than me, there's the aspect, how do you make a patient, how do you communicate to a patient and calm down their anxiety and tell them, look, you're beautiful now, and after this, I'm going to give this treatment will give you this confidence.
This is a very good question. Thank you for that, because the skin, as I mentioned, has intelligence, but I want to also say skin has immunity. And we definitely find that study proves, I'm very scientifically oriented doctor, the study proves that we have a communication between our natural killer cells, Langerhans cells, and stress-related cells in our body and emotions. What does mean? That we can, our skin reflect what you feel, who you are, what you do. And doctors are more and more has to have holistic approach. When you have the patient in front of you, you don't think only about improving the aesthetic appearance. You have to feel always empathy to the patient and always to treat from all aspects. We have now a trend that the Generation Z been a force, I can say, from the different platforms social media, Instagram, TikTok. They are coming to the office and they are asking about doing the procedures for the older persons because they find that some icon or some influencer did it something. And then talking with them, you can find what is the problem, why they don't have self-confidence, what you should offer to them as a doctor. And my mission, I think, as a leading dermatologist, that all my colleagues, what we do in our clinic, is first of all to educate the patient, because then otherwise you will be lost. There are so many aesthetic procedures, so many products, so many things are going on in the market, and we have to always keep, and we have to feel empathy to the patient and to approach the patient for all aspects.
Always the continuing aspect of healthcare is that empathy, kindness, the reach out, education, but in an empathetic way. I'm sorry.
No, of course. So Dr. Radmila, I just want to know about the clinic, because you've been here for years. I've never been down there, but I've been hearing a lot about some of your alternative treatments that you've got.
I can proudly say one of the celebrity that I can mention in our clinic, living here in Dubai, changing her lifestyle, having holistic approach, been advised from me as dermatologist, significantly changed her appearance. I can mention is Lindsay Lohan, and everybody are talking about globally if she did, what she did. This is very important to know that preventative medicine and giving the right advices, communicating with the skin, improving the skin condition, this is exactly what you asked me for. The one Salmon DNA is one of the treatment. There is lasers, there is bioactive stimulating products like new in the market, like exosomes, PRP, metacells. So many new things are coming to prevent. We don't need to start with correction. We don't need anymore to start to enhance the beauty, because consider everybody has a beauty, but let's prevent, rejuvenate and preserve our natural beauty. I would like to invite you to see our clinic and to be my guest.
That's what he wanted. That's what he wanted. He was looking for an invite all along. That's what he wanted.
That's a bridge too far, that one, I tell you. Off course.
I've got to ask, and you mentioned there Lindsay Lohan. I know my friends and I have been racking our brains like, who is her doctor? Because she has had an incredible transformation and she looks absolutely amazing. And I want to know, like, obviously social media, we're seeing it constantly. Celebrities, new faces, new techniques. How has this generation using social media to kind of ask for what they want when it comes to like the next aesthetic treatment?
Yes, they do. The social media, we have to consider you like or you don't like as a doctor, but you have to do your mission. You have to promote the right things and be the right person.
Yeah, because some people will come in and say, I want this, I've seen it on social media, and it's not necessarily right for them.
Exactly. First of all, you have to always think about age-related treatments. You cannot, you have to respect the age of the person who is coming, being guided from the social media. You have to respect the skin condition. You have to have full, as I mentioned, holistic approach. We call today holistic beauty, to know what the patient behave. Is the patient exposed to the sun? What the patient does in the life? Then you have to consider all of that to personalize the treatment and to do the treatment which will be long term. We don't do any more quick fix. We do the long journey. Doesn't mean you have to see and to predict what we discussed today, to predict how this skin, how this person can be improved using your knowledge, using your science and the latest technology. You have to know very well what you can use in order to benefit for someone who is in front of you, being guided maybe wrongly from some influencer.
Managing expectations and more. Dr. Radmila, can't thank you enough. Thank you very much indeed for coming in. We could talk for a lot longer. Unfortunately, out of time on this occasion, but we'll definitely get you back onto the show soon. So thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Stay with us for a while because we've got one more little surprise. Is it the roundup? Is that right? No, it's the DXB in 60, isn't it?
It is. It's DX. Yeah, it's okay. We've all made that mistake. Yes, it's a DXB in 60. And Zenobia, we are going to put you in the hot seat right now. We want to get to know you a little bit better. So we've got some quick fire questions. 60 seconds on the clock. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, let's go. What was your first ever job?
My first ever job was I worked in a bank
Okay.
here in Dubai, and I worked as an intern, and I didn't get paid.
Oh.
But it was a job, and I
good
had to be
first
there on
job
time. And I had a boss who used to make me sit and do all the filing, and it was it was like that. Yeah.
Your motto in life and work?
In life and work, I think before you get there, you have to get going.
Definitely. The best advice you would give your 20-year-old self today?
It's okay. It'll all work out.
That's good advice. If you could have dinner with anybody, dead or alive, who would it be?
I think I would pick Sheikh Rashid bin Saeed Al Maktoum.
Very good person. If you could have a superpower, what would it be?
It would be to know everything will be okay.
Okay, good. And my final question for you, why Dubai?
Because where else would you be?
Exactly. That is a great question. Thank you so much for joining us
Thank
on
you.
today's show. And it's been wonderful to get to know you a
Thank
little
you.
bit better.
Thank you so much indeed
Thank
for
you.
guest co-hosting. Really appreciate your time
Thank you.
today. So thank you
Thank
very much indeed for being with us. And of course, Dr. Radmila, thank you very much
Thanks
indeed
for
for
invitation.
your time. Very kind. Hope that's informed you a little bit more. Listen, they might be heading off to the green room, but you're staying put. Why? Because we've got Hey Judy playing us out in just a few moments' time. Judy will be playing out. That's coming up next.